Is your representative ghosting you? Staying in public office until death do we part. If any of us ghosted our job for a month straight, we'd be fired. But in Congress, that's just another day at the office. And every few years, all the talking heads get to go through the thought exercise of, is this ageism? When one of our aging representatives is hospitalized for various ailments. Compare that to literally any other job with actual standards. Air traffic controllers age out at 56, full stop, with narrow exceptions up to 61. FBI agents age out at 57. Utah's own judges age out at 75. Somehow, the guy tracking down federal fugitives has a mandatory exit. The guy interpreting the law has a mandatory exit. But the guy writing the law gets to stay until their body physically forces them out or they die in office. Dianne Feinstein, who missed months of votes in 2023, came back looking like a shadow of herself and then died in office at age 90 the following year. Nobody made her retire because nobody could. And this month, it's Mitch McConnell, whose team finally released a proof of life statement and photo, but only after Senator Lindsey Graham suddenly died. Naturally, the internet spent the next 24 hours insisting the photo was AI generated or recycled from his 2023 hospitalization. Turns out it was neither. The Post checked the metadata itself, and no 2023 hospital photo of him even exists to recycle from. So we have to ask, is all of this hullabaloo just because they are old? The problem is more of a yes, but also situation. Because we also saw this same ghosting behavior from Rep. Tom Keene Jr. of New Jersey, who was 57 and had no headline-grabbing hospitalization. He simply didn't cast a vote for over 100 days this year and told nobody why, while his office kept his social media running the whole time, announcing bill co-sponsorships and Hometown Hero Awards like everything was business as usual. Then he just walked back onto the House floor and took zero follow-up questions. He was hospitalized for depression, which is real and awful and deserves actual compassion, and we mean that. But compassion for very real illness and accountability for very real silence are two different conversations. And Congress only seems to know how to have the first one. His 775,000 constituents spent a third of a year without representation, and that's a problem. Compare Senator John Fetterman, same diagnosis back in 2023, who told the public the day after he checked himself in. One guy chose honesty immediately, one guy chose radio silence, a ghost-written Instagram post, and a single unquestioned floor speech. Same illness, wildly different respect for the people paying his salary. The problem really is less about age and more that Congress is the one job in America where you can vanish, old or not, sick or not, and the only consequence is the rumor mill starts churning. Meanwhile, there's a staff that gets paid to keep the silence sounding reasonable, and a public that only finds out what's really happening if the representative dies or a member decides they're ready to talk. That's a design flaw. Fixing half of this is easy, and yes, we know how it sounds, but a maximum age for Congress is not ageism, it's just math. The Constitution already IDs people at the door. No House before 25, no Senate before 30, no White House before 35. And nobody's ever accused the framers of hating on the youth. We already do this everywhere else that matters. We just refuse to do it in the one place that matters most. But an age cap wouldn't have saved anyone in the Keene situation, and it wouldn't have made McConnell's office say a single word 1 hour sooner. Because the other half of the flaw has nothing to do with birthdays. It's that nobody's job is to ask where you are. Fix the age problem, and you'll still have members going dark for months at a time, still have staff running interference, still have a public that only finds out when a body turns up, one way or the other. The reality is, Congress doesn't need a retirement party. It needs a supervisor.